Welcome to Emotions and Eating with Nicola Beer. Nicola controlled her feelings using food for 25 years, so she knows how draining it is to be constantly thinking about or acting out with food. Thankfully, having made an amazing breakthrough in her recovery, her mission became about helping others escape the unsatisfying cycle of frustration and self-medication with food. Nicola is determined to help you find your inner strength so you can be healthy, gain confidence, feel great, and be at peace with yourself and food.
Hi and welcome. I'm so happy you're here. I'm going to be sharing with you today about transitioning from unhealthy foods to cleaner eating, because the body can go through a lot of changes, we can go through a lot of changes, and I just really wanted to sort of share that with you because I think it's really interesting how clever and some of the challenges can actually be in changing our diets at the beginning. So we're most definitely creatures of habit. We respond well to routines, knowing what is coming next, and we get comfortable with what we are used to and uncomfortable with change. This is particularly noticeable when you think about our food habits and what we prefer to eat and why. I'm not sure about you, but I'm one of those people. I could eat the same thing again and again and again, like daily for months. Because if I really like something, I really enjoy it and I just want to eat it again. And my mind then just reminds me of that lovely taste that I had at lunch. Then I'll want the same thing for dinner or the day before. And then I just get stuck eating the same foods. And this isn't actually that great for your body. So it's always great to get that variety in place. We live in such a fast-paced, busy life that there's a huge demand for fast food places or easy food options and less time for meal prep or home-cooked food. A lot of us sit at our desks or in front of the TV and eat aimlessly, as we do not have the time to take a break from our busy schedules to fuel our bodies in the right way. The general consensus is as long as we're passing through for our bodies, we are okay. However, this could not be further from the truth. Our bodies are such infinite and resilient things. Not only do they carry us through the day, they are constantly working day and night to help keep us functioning the best way possible. In order to do this, we need to make sure that we are providing our bodies with the right nutrients and lifestyle, that we deserve to give our bodies nothing but the best. And we all know this, but then why don't we do it? Often, convenience. It's totally understandable that we're all trying to do our best to survive in a tough world. And we may not have the time to think about what we are eating, as thinking what to eat for lunch might not seem like much of a priority when you're having deadlines looming at work which could impact the big promotion that you've been working so hard to get. It's also difficult to make the right choices for your body when socialising options seem to involve overindulging in unhealthy food or drinks like it's a sport. However, just as we have a routine of waking up, brushing our teeth and showering, we can also make healthy eating practices an integral part of our daily lives. Transitioning from eating unhealthy food to food that is healthier for you can seem like a tough task, especially if you've eaten particular foods since you were a child. For example, if you ate a lot of fast food as you were growing up, you would have accustomed yourself to this food. Your taste buds would have adapted to the high salt and greasy fat content, and you will find yourself wanting this kind of food throughout your adult life. And there's also the emotional component as well. If this has good memories, if your food was celebrated, if you were treated and spent time with your parents as a reward around food, you will then also become attached to that food for nostalgic reasons. And after all, it's also about comfort, what we're used to. Over the years, researchers have found evidence that eating behaviours and meal habits in early childhood have had an impact on children's food preferences and eating patterns in adulthood. So what we eat as children really affects what we eat later on in our life. However, all food preferences can be changed, and our bodies can adapt to new foods, and we can develop our taste buds so that we're no longer craving the unhealthy foods that we're used to. I had to give up Diet 7-Up. I was addicted to aspartame. I used to have sugar-free sweets all the time as well, and I just kept having loads and loads and loads of it. And when I changed, my body was just craving that artificial sweetener. And then a few times I've given completely up sugar, and now I just eat natural sugar. And that was also a complete change for my body, a complete shock to the system. And you don't have to ditch everything at the same time. In fact, you're more likely to stick to healthier foods if you do it gradually. However, some people prefer just to go cold turkey and just be like, right, that's it. And it can be really easy to do that if you have like a meal plan provided for you to help you start the changes. So it's natural for your body to go through some certain changes when you're no longer feeding on processed food or unhealthy foods. And I'm now going to share with you the 5 biggest changes that you may notice in your body when you start to eliminate unhealthy foods. The first is the mood changes. So as you begin to eliminate things like sugar, caffeine or processed foods, you may notice you become irritable or fatigued easily. And this is simply your body reacting to the withdrawal of the foods it's accustomed to. It's important to remember that eating processed unhealthy food changes the chemical signals in your brain and has a negative long-term impact on your mood. For example, a sugary drink gives you the short burst of energy and you begin to feel good. But the sugar crash that follows can cause low moods and make you feel fatigued. However, the mood changes you experience when you're removing processed or unhealthy foods are only short term and they will subside quite quickly. So normally it takes a few days. I think day 3 for me was always kind of like the worst day. The day where someone would smile at me and I'd feel like, you're irritating me. So just give yourself some space from people if you feel that you are getting irritable. Go for a nice walk, do something for yourself. Change in taste buds is the second one. Just because you cut unhealthy foods out of your diet does not mean that you will lose your cravings for those foods straight away. However, it can, over time, completely disappear. I always find when I start eating clean foods that I'm craving lemon, and when I taste some of the foods that have sugar in it, like let's say like tomato ketchup, it tastes awful. So the more you introduce clean, healthy foods, the more your taste buds will adapt to the new clean eating and crave the new clean eating. Additionally, you may start to notice that your taste buds become sensitive to things that you are eliminating. So you may find salty things or very sweet things horrible when you're cutting back on the processed foods. The third change is your digestive tract. Our bodies become familiar to the foods we have been eating for years, and we function according to what we have been eating. One area that will take some time to adjust to cleaner foods is your digestive tract. Processed or refined foods tend to have limited to zero nutritional value, and this includes a lack of fibre. So when you are introducing more nutritional foods with more fibre, you will notice that your stomach will react as it adjusts to this new, clean eating lifestyle. For example, you may feel bloated or need to use the bathroom more frequently, and this just means that your body is beginning to function exactly how it should be. So stay with it and learn from it, and maybe break up your meals into smaller portions and have smaller portions over a day, just to give your digestive tract a chance to do the work that it's going to do greatly for you. The fourth change is body changes. Depending on what you're used to eating, you may notice a change in your body when you start to introduce healthier foods. You may notice a reduction in fat around your body as you're no longer consuming large amounts of sugar or fat, or clearer skin because you swapped fizzy drinks for water. You may notice your skin becoming healthier, your face glowing, your eyes glowing, all of these different kinds of things. And then there's energy. When you remove processed food from your diet, you will notice a massive improvement in your energy levels. Eating more nutritional food will give you that energy and will help you last longer throughout the day. Many of us have experienced that post-lunch sugar slump in the afternoon, or that feeling when you're zoning out in front of the TV after dinner and you just feel like a real slump because what you've eaten has just overloaded your body. But with cleaner foods, you'll be giving your body the nutrition it needs, the fuels it needs to keep functioning and to keep your energy level high. And we really do need, in our modern society, our energy levels to be higher. It's something that most people complain about, having a lack of energy. So when you change to healthy foods, at the beginning you may feel a little bit of lack of energy as your body is getting used to it. But overall, your energy level should skyrocket as you're giving yourself that proper nutrition. As I mentioned before, we are creatures of habit. So once you make that healthy eating a habit, you will struggle less to ditch unhealthy food. According to the University College London's Health Behaviour Research Centre, the beauty of habits isn't just that you perform them regularly, it's that you perform them automatically without thought. And that means they hold up even when motivation wanes. This leads on to the fact that when we're doing things automatically, it means we are thinking less about what we are actually doing and searching for the easiest option. Like sitting in front of your computer at work, stuffing yourself with whatever fast food is available to you, instead of going for a walk from your desk to heat up your home-cooked meal or finishing a whole pizza whilst watching TV, rather than getting up and going to the gym or going for a walk. And this is exactly why it may be difficult in the beginning to be a conscious eater, making healthy food choices. But over time, once this habit becomes unconscious, when you eat healthier without thinking twice, this is where you want to get to. So it's important to remember that these changes, like bloating or food tasting different, is all a process to becoming a cleaner, healthier, happier you. The period of adjustment may seem difficult, and it may be easy to run back to eating fast food or sugar-filled meals. However, as with any change in life, the more determined you are to stick to it, the easier it gets to live healthier. Our bodies are incredible. They handle the change so much better than we anticipate. So as much as the body may take time to adjust, make sure you stay determined to make those healthier lifestyle changes, as once you have that healthy goals in mind, the rest will follow. So why do you want to change your eating habits? What will it benefit you? What will it give to you? How will it create more happiness, more freedom, more self-confidence as you're sticking to what you set out to do? How will this boost your energy? And how will this energy that you're going to have impact those around you? Think of all the wonderful benefits it will bring into your life. And really don't be hard on yourself if you do have the occasional slip and eat something unhealthy. A day missed here or there doesn't sideline your efforts if it's kept to that one unhealthy thing. It's okay to add a bit extra in one meal time, or to miss a day of going to the gym. More destruction. And that's exactly like I mentioned in another podcast, avoid being an all or nothing person. Allow yourself to be human, allow yourself to break a little rule that you've set yourself, and then just carry on. And most importantly, enjoy the journey to becoming an amazing, healthier, happier you. It's fantastic to be living with so much energy, to be giving your body exactly what it needs, to be appreciating your meals, to be sharing your beautiful, high energy with others. It also becomes quite infectious. From my heart to yours, thank you so much for listening today. If you have any suggestions for topics that you are struggling with or something you would really like support on, do email me, and I'm always open for suggestions and supporting you. And if you'd like to get some more support quickly, then do check out the Pure Peace Formula. It's an audio program with some healthy eating, hypnotherapies in there to support you, tips to love your body, and tips to change any sort of limiting beliefs in your way from eating healthy and being happy. Have a great week ahead. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Emotions and Eating with Nicola Beer. To book your free eating strategy session with Nicola, get the free eating support audio or donate. If you have enjoyed the show and want to help keep the show flowing, visit www.nicolabeer.com, where you can also find out more about her new system that has helped hundreds of men and women to change their relationship with food and their body, so they experience more peace and love in their life. We wish you an amazing love-filled day ahead.